So while painting his room, Nick drops his paintbrush off his ladder from a height of 6 feet. Use this formula here, where h is the height, t is the time, and h sub 0 is the initial height, to approximate the number of seconds it takes for the paintbrush to hit the floor. So like how I like to do with all these problems is first draw a picture. So let's say that here is our ladder against the wall, and here is our person who is painting. The paintbrush is, let's say, sitting right here on the top of the ladder when it falls downward that way, right? So here we have the ground, and the height that the ladder is at is going to be what? 6 feet. Okay. So 6 feet is our initial height. And then we want to find out how many number of seconds it's going to take, right? So what is the height that the paintbrush hits the floor, right? What is h? H is 0, right? 0 is when the paintbrush hits the floor. What height is it at? So let's say h is equal to 0. Let's say h sub 0 is equal to 6. And then our t is our question mark. That's what we're trying to figure out. Okay, so let's go ahead and substitute everything in. Instead of h, I'm going to write 0. And then is equal to negative 16t squared. We don't know t. And then we add 6. Right. So looking at this problem, what's our first step? It's to factor out the GCF, the greatest common factor. So what is it? It would be 2. So let's go ahead and say 2 parentheses negative 8t squared. I'm going to put the 0 on the right side of the equal sign. Plus 3 parentheses is equal to 0. All right. So now what are we looking at? We're looking at the polynomial inside of the parentheses. So what can we do? How can we factor this problem here? Okay. So here we're going to use what is it called again? The square root property. The square root property. Okay. And how are we going to do that? We're going to first we're going to apply the zero the zero product property, right? So if this 2 times this factor is equal to 0, then that means this factor is equal to 0, right? A times B is equal to 0. That means either A or B is equal to 0. If A is not equal to 0, A is equal to 2, our B is equal to 0. So let's go ahead and set that equal to 0. Negative 8t squared plus 3 is equal to 0. And now we're going to try to solve for t by subtracting 3 on both sides of the equal sign. We'll be left with negative 8t squared is equal to negative 3. Now I need to divide both sides by negative 8. So I will get negative 8t squared over negative 8 is equal to negative 3 over negative 8. That leaves me with t squared is equal to 3 over 8. All right. So now that we're here, we can go ahead and approximate t or solve for t by taking the square root of both sides, right? So here's the square root property is applied. And so we'll say t is equal to the square root of 3/8. And if you drop this into a calculator, you'll get 0.6 seconds, approximately. All right. And so how long does it take for the paintbrush to hit the floor? It is 0.6 seconds. So t is equal to 0.6 seconds. All right.